wanted to do was to establish hubs around the island. So we've got north, south, west. Obviously, we've got the Welcome Centre in Douglas. That forms the East Hub. And we wanted to deliver government services with a friendly face-to-face kind of atmosphere. We appreciate that there are lots of people that can get online, but there's also lots of people in our community that really need support and can't access online services. So we decided that it would be a great idea to develop these hubs and push them out there into the local community and to deliver the government services locally.
So do you think it's going to be accessed by mainly then? Do you think this is more going to be the elderly section of the populace?
That's really interesting. So I think initially I thought there would be a particular demographic, but since we've been running the hubs since June, we've seen a really, really large cross-section of the community come in. And I think it's either people that can't access online or actually maybe I don't want to take the trip to Douglas. So maybe I want to access some of those services locally and nearer to where I live.
And so what are some of these services then that we're talking about here? Because it's a big range, isn't it?
So at the moment, what we've done is we've recreated what we deliver through the Welcome Centre. So you can do your Go travel cards, you can do Villa Gaiety tickets, there's fishing licences. We do online services. So if you need to access online services to pay your tax, I think that's something that probably everybody's clamouring to do at this time of year. So we've tried to recreate what we deliver at the moment through the Welcome Centre. But there's a really strong desire to try and develop that. And we've got a survey running at the moment where we're asking the community to tell us what else would you like to see at those hubs. So, what else can we do to support the community? And actually, I think that could look very different for different parts of the island. So what I want in the north might be very different from what we want in the south. So we'd really like to hear from people to tell us what sort of things that would be useful to have in those community hubs.
And are these still trials at the moment, or is this now going to be a permanent feature?
Well, we're hoping it's a permanent feature. So we're actually definitely running them now to the end of the year, and we're looking at how we continue that throughout the year. So now's a really great opportunity for our community to tell us what else they would like to see at those hubs.
Have you had any feedback yet on those elements of what people might like to see? And if not, what are you expecting?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we've had a really great response to the survey so far. It's been running since April. And it's running to the end of the year. So we've had a fantastic response. Lots of sort of what I would call the usual, so support from the tax office, social security, passport office. But it's open really to allow departments to maybe showcase initiatives that they've got coming up. And how they can communicate that and push that out into the community and let people know what's available.
It's a great idea because I think everyone does sort of assume, everything's online now. But the fact that, you've still got this option to actually see people face to face, because it's also the personal side of it, isn't it? And connecting with people. That's really important.
Yeah. And that's what we want. We want a friendly face that says, I've got this. Because sometimes when we're looking to find a particular service, we don't know which department to speak to. We don't know what services are available. We don't know where to start. But what I'd say is start with the hub. So we're there to help you and we can signpost you. And if we don't have the answer there and then, we'll find someone who does. So
the $1 million question, I suppose, is how do people know where and when the hubs are?
Okay, so we've put a couple of press releases out, and ironically, we do have some stuff on social media. But you can get information from the Welcome Centre and find out where they are. I've got the future dates. We've got lots of posters up around. We've had fantastic support from the venues. So we're at Ramsey Town Commissioners in the Town Hall. We are at Castletown Civic Centre, and we are also at the Western Wellbeing in Peel, which is just opposite ShopRite. And they've been amazing at promoting it and sort of telling people in their locale that they're on. But if you want to know when they're on and you're not sure, then please just give the Welcome Centre a call and we'll let you know when the next one is.
And what about this survey that you mentioned? How do people access that and take part in that?
Okay, so the survey, you can do that online. So it's consult.govt.im, but we also have paper copies at the hubs and we also have paper copies at the Welcome Centre. So, please do pop in and see us.
And just finally, I think, Christy was mentioning there this face-to-face connect. Obviously, on the one hand, everything is online, and for most people that's super convenient. But do you think there is an element of sort of kickback in some parts of the community where people think, I could get this online, but actually I really like to have face-to-face, go and see a real person I know who I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
I can go and see I can do it that way. So they have to actually get out of the house, walk down to the road or whatever, but nonetheless they prefer doing it that way.
Yeah. And I think, there's potentially a lot of people who, I might be the first person that you have a conversation with that day. And I think it's really important that face-to-face human interaction. And I think, if I'm honest, over the last 18 months, I think especially important, we've seen a lot of time where people have felt very isolated. So I think it's really important that we've got something in the community where I can come and see a friendly face. And actually that friendly face can also help me with an online option if I want to. So there is an online option there, but with a personal touch.